just a couple more days, guys, until Dandadan Season 2, or aka Core 2 comes out, right? I think this coming Wednesday for me is when it drops. Now, the official like screening early premiere movie stuff I think already aired, right? For the Evil Eye arc. And Gigguk gives his opinion on if it's worth watching. Of course it's going to be worth watching. But the thumbnail says, it is overhyped? Is that true?
Dandadan Season 2 trailer. Obviously, one of the most hyped and most highly anticipated shows of this coming season. Do I really need to tell you? Do I really need to tell you if you should watch this?
No shit, of course you should watch this. I mean, I think that... Is Dandadan really the most highly anticipated show? Well, it's the most highly anticipated show is basically a popularity contest. Is there really no other animes coming in that can compete with Dandadan Core 2? What about Gachakuda? I don't know, we'll have to see, right? And I think one of the best metrics that we can see is just kind of on Crunchyroll ratings too, because it's kind of like a standardized way compared to all the other shows that exist in the platform, just to see what people are watching, right? Again, if you just do, if it's a pure popularity contest, Crunchyroll ratings is not a bad, you know, metrics to look at. Sakamoto Days, I don't think has that level of clout. Gachakuda is a new show coming in, but I don't know if it's as big as Dandadan. There's other rom-coms like Flower of Fragrance and, you know, Dress Up Darling Season 2 and stuff like that, but I guess not, huh? And I know that this is not like the most important thing, because this is obviously just what's, you know, popular on any chart. But if you just look at the popularity here too, it's Dandadan number 1. Then you got Dress Up Darling number 2. Kaiju 8 number 3 is, you know, pretty surprising. And this is really cool to see that this rom-com from Cloverworks, which I think is going to be insane, is number 4, right? Gachakuda 5. Call of the Night 6 seems a bit fraudulent to me. I think that we'll see if the people are still down for Call of the Night reactions, but on the YouTube side, man, it is kind of dead. I'm really excited for Summer Hikaru Died. This is something that I'm really looking forward to. And that's pretty much it. There's also some other shows, right? Like, you know, Grand Blue Season 2 and BBL Shota 2 and stuff like that, but... yeah, these shows right over here, these are the big ones coming into summer for popularity contest.
Or not. Because the answer is clearly, is this really peak when solo leveling exists? Okay? Are we hyping this up too much? Let's break it down. Animation, solo leveling. Music, solo leveling. Aura, solo leveling.
Alright, wrap it up, guys. Dandadan is cooked. Let's just rewatch solo leveling all over again. Why are we bothering, you know, to spend our time watching fucking Dandadan when solo leveling exists? He's right.
Anime of the year, solo leveling, okay? Solo leveling came out this year. Is this really any competition for anime?
Well, actually, there is no competition because it's a rigged competition, right? Remember, the conspiracy theory, it's not even a conspiracy theory. Solo leveling is done by the studio known as A1 Pictures and distributed by Crunchyroll and other producers involved called Aniplex. All of these 3 entities, A1 Pictures, Aniplex, Crunchyroll, are owned by Sony. Just want you to understand that. I think that Sony rigged it. I think that Sony simply wants to masturbate and have their own, you know, dong just be glorified, and basically, the Crunchyroll Anime Awards was a rigged one where they also closed off the voting just as soon as Season 2 of Solo Leveling ended at the end of winter 2025, which just is funny to me because the timing of it, right? The recency bias with Season 2, and it's Season 1 comparing, by the way. The award show is Season 1 stuff, by the way, not even Season 2. So not only did they rig the votes in terms of opening and closing the ballots just as Season 2 finishes, all 3 entities that are involved with solo leveling is owned by Sony. Blame Sony, bro. They did this, man.
Anime of the year, guys. At least what the awards have told me. So, you know what? I think we're gonna...
By the way, was Dandadan even in the anime awards? Competing with solo leveling and free run? I forget. What was the other comparisons? It was? Ooh.
Skip this one, guys. I think we're gonna skip this one. Oh, look at that guy, right? Dandadan fan. All right. I'll stop being facetious. I will stop being facetious. Did Dandadan win any awards aside from opening? I can't remember. Did it win any awards aside from opening?
Hot take. I don't think Dandadan opening is good. No, it's good. Great even. But I think that it gets glazed because it's a Creepy Nuts opening. And these retards that don't know anything about what good music sound like just bandwagon. And they're like, oh, this is the popular things to say, so I'm gonna say it's good because it's Creepy Nuts. When I listen to Dandadan opening, there is no harmony or melody that I can vibe with like I did in MASH Season 2 opening. Hell, even Call of the Nights opening, bro. Yep, I'm gonna say it right now. I think that Blue Box, during that same season, had a better opening that sounded better. Music, melody, harmony, the notes being played, the synchronous, you know, combination, all those notes that sounds good to me. Dandadan opening is dun 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 dun, and then random is no. And if you think I'm wrong, go fuck yourself. At the end of the day, music is subjective, but I think I have a pretty good gauge on what good music sounds like, and to me, opening one at Dandadan, y'all are just glazing it because it's Creepy Nuts. You're not even listening, you're just bandwagoning, and you're being peer pressured to like it. And no one's gonna say it, right? No one wants to step up and say Dandadan opening is not as good as people say. Because that's like, oh my god, now you're gonna get stoned to death by the fucking tribe because it's like the unpopular thing to say. Blue Box opening cleared.
I don't think so. Oh man.
That was pretty much it. Did he even watch the movie premiere? I thought that he was gonna give his take off of, you know, the early release Dandadan season 2 opening. Sorry, the Evil Eye arc, that stuff that maybe he went to, but bro's fucking trolling, bro. Of course he chooses solo leveling over an anime that actually has MC that has a personality. And this, my friends, is the pinnacle of the YouTube comment section. People are retarded and they don't know how stupid they are. This is a 1 minute 15-second clip, by the way. And they can't sense the sarcasm. They can't sense Gigguk giggling while saying this. And Mr. Ethan Weaver / line 1 line. This is the average, and that's why I never go in the YouTube comment section to argue. Because it is just a cesspool of just the lowest level of thinking behavior possible. It is a wasted time to argue with these fucking troglodyte Neanderthals that are still stuck in the evolutionary phase. Haha, he hasn't heard of Lord of the Mysteries? It was overhyped. It flopped the moment 2 episode dropped. A laughing emoji. Oh, wait, Lord of Mysteries is getting shit on right now? Hold up, what the hell? 0 out of 10 rage bait. Flopped is overclaimed, bruh. I've seen Malform, yet no one's complaining about the quality, just the plot is a bit confusing to some people. Anyways, we got fucking clickbaited. Go watch Dandadan Season 2. It's Core 2. It's gonna be amazing. I'm excited to see, you know, listen to their new openings and new songs, and I'm sure the Evil Eye arc is gonna be hype. Check out Wavy Clips. Here's a link to the video. Bang, bang, bang. Go give them a like. Check out their other content if you want. See you next time.